So basically, we are a Christian country with Christian beliefs. I'm not a religious person. However, everyone has the right to religion. I accept that. In prison, when I worked in prison, everyone has a right to religion. There's rights and privileges. Gym was a privilege. Religion was a right. So in the media, not our beloved main news channels or our tabloids, but in the real media, the media that they're trying to shut down. 5 clown police officers, clueless, spouting shit about laws, taking quotes, talking about hate speech, talking about their rights, absolutely fucking clueless. It gets more embarrassing by the day. And who was this directed at? Somebody preaching from the Bible or gospel. A religious person. Wow. Now we all know that certain religions and cultures are protected. Hate preachers on the streets, coppers acting like bouncers, protecting them. Banners, terrorist banners, coppers walking at the side of them. But God forbid, pun intended, somebody's preaching from the Bible, gospel, whatever you want to call it. The guy's being interviewed on GB News. I'll put the link in the pinned comment. These coppers approach him. It's embarrassing. The good thing about social media now is people are filming these interactions. 10% of the British police force are illiterate. Can't speak or write English. It's a fucking embarrassment. Start employing the right people. Use common sense. The best people for the job. Not filling quotas, diversity and inclusion quotas. It clearly isn't working and has never worked. You are an embarrassment. A real embarrassment. Then there's a young man, you don't see his face. On his doorstep, there's one of these marchers that apparently are peace marches or protests. They're becoming much less so, are they not? Because now we're getting people, other faiths and religions, to the mainstay, the protected, amazing religion of peace, intimidated, threatened, scared. Women and children, people coming from their places of worship. So now the police have got to get involved, have they not? It's the British public, this. The British public, British citizens being threatened. Protests now going to MPs, members of parliament's houses and the like. It's getting out of hand now, isn't it? We stood about for months, allowing these marches. You're not allowed to go down here, but they go down here anyway. You're not allowed to pray here, but they pray here anyway. 2-tier policing. Yeah? What a fucking... Every time you see one of these videos with these coppers, a lot of them young, no inexperience. And let me stop you now, because somebody, I heard them say, about 2004, we went away from graduates. You don't need a fucking degree to be a copper. You need some integrity, some common sense, some people skills, and this one, common sense. Are you ready? You need to fucking understand and know the law to the letter. Not take little bits that are convenient and spout them to some poor soul who's just reading from the Bible, threatening to arrest them. Where were you when all these fucking hate preachers were there? You were stood fucking watching. We know because people are filming you. stood watching people on Britain's streets preaching hate. Christians, people reading from the gospel, the Bible, other religions, fair game now for you coppers. Well, let me tell you, your support is waning. Any decent copper now, and there's plenty message me, I'll tell you, any decent coppers now are looking to get out. They're looking to get out, just like the fucking army. 1 in, 3 out. Looking over your shoulder constantly. Yeah? All these people with little cards in the pockets that protect them, that are fucking shite at the job. Has anyone watched London Has Fallen with Gerard Butler? Great film, watched it a few times, really enjoyed it. There's scenes from that now that in the future could become reality. British police in London, a big event going on, armed coppers, and at some point they turn on their own. The police start shooting the police and members of the public. We're fucking clueless. We're now this country on about taking on dentists from other countries because there's a shortage, without background checks, without checking qualifications. You're public servants, you the police. I, like many others, you know, the last 43 years pay me taxes, give or take a few months when you're being made redundant or between jobs, pay for all this. There's a buffet. That's how I look at it. There's a fucking buffet. The Great British Buffet. You know, when you have a function, you invite so many people and they turn up, and maybe the odd couple come, or somebody brings a girlfriend, a niece or nephew, yeah? And the buffet starts going down, the food you provided, then you usually have some in the kitchens, don't you? And you bring it out. Well, this British buffet now has got gate crashers aplenty. And they're not just coming to eat, they're taking things away from the buffet. Yeah, plates full of food. They're not grateful for that, but they'll take the food anyway. More and more. And the more people that come, people like me, are expected to provide more. We've got plenty of money, haven't we, to go abroad. Another 3 billion to Ukraine. Hands up if you think the Ukrainian people, the ones who have suffered, are going to see any of that money. Yeah? Anybody? We've got money for illegals. People coming here illegally. Plenty of money. The Great British Buffet. Thing is, the British people aren't eating from this buffet, are they? We're suffering. Everyone's suffering. Third highest bills anywhere. Tax to fuck. Trying to take your cars and vehicles off you. Sickening. It's our money, and it doesn't matter which party it is, they're happy to give it away. Give it away to people who are coming illegally, give it away for wars, proxy wars, but they're not prepared to spend any on the British people. 300,000 people and growing on the streets. There'll be a lot more than that. There's going to be nowhere to live, no rented properties, prices through the roof, and people losing their houses. Parting shot as always. Yeah, you can look at me. God bless you all. Thanks for coming. I'll see you.